I would find out that lack of knowledge, people would take advantage of. So in doing music, we stepped out to create a music video. We didn't know what was involved. So, you would get ripped off. So I learned music, how to how to edit video and what programs I needed. And each time I encountered an issue with there was something that I didn't know and someone could take advantage of me because lack of information can be detrimental, I would just learn it. So it just became and I'm an artist. So art is infinite. If you're a singer, you're not limited to just singing. You may think you are, but you're not. If you're a painter, you may think you're limited to just being a painter, but you're not. You're an artist. Our brains work different. All we have to do is just pick up another art form. Even programming, developing, that's a form of art.
Hmm.
So through all of this love of art and fusion of art, I love painting. I love coding. I love designing. I love digital design and I love music. So I have this huge conglomerate of creativity that's inside of me that's always been there. And now it just manifests into all these different forms of art, and which brings us to Eagle Streaming and you, Quentin.
Yeah. Yeah, it reminds you of John Lennon, where he said, give me any instrument and I can make music out of it. And so it sounds like it's, sort of similar for you. You can take programming, you can take coding, painting, whatever. And as long as you kind of have artistic bones in your body, then you can make art.
Well, that's what Lennon meant.
Hmm.
He just didn't lab, he just spoke on it from the aspect of music.
Hmm.
Even the basics of what people understand to be music. The basics are bars, beats, measures, quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, time
That's
signatures.
true.
But there's theory beyond that. There are certain chords that can stir up certain emotions.
Hmm.
There's a certain combination, a certain chord progression that can make you feel a way. Literally,
Hmm.
there's, I think it was called the dominant 12th. Don't quote me on this. During medieval times, it was a chord that was forbidden for over 100 years because it was called the devil's chord.
Hmm.
And it invoked a certain emotion in people.
Hmm.
Literally, you can research it.
Hmm.
It evoked a certain emotion in people that made them do horrible things. So the
Right.
Vatican outlawed this chord for over 100 years. Type it in, look,
Yeah.
research the devil's chord.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
But that's the effect of music is so powerful. If your music is the only medium that you can't detach your mind from. If you're in the elevator and there's a commercial playing, or when you pull up to the gas station, the little video that plays on the monitor, you can just turn your head away and it's out of your mind.
Hmm.
If you're on the elevator and there's a horrible song playing on that, you have no there's no way to block that out of your ears. There's
True.
no way to block that sound out of your mind. There's no way to do it.
True.
If you say the best part of waking up
It's in your head for,
is there,
yeah.
there's a whole theory of marketing and promoting built around music. Music is heard before most speeches,
Hmm.
before most inaugurations,
Hmm.
um, before most people become inaugurated as king or queen.
Hmm.
Music.
Hmm.
When people go to church, the mosque, the Iggy up, the igloo,
Mm-hmm.
wherever they go, music is always a part of it, of every nationality, of every culture. There was sound before there was anything else. So that's the power of art. If artists didn't exist, guess what? The history of the world would stop.
Right.
That's the power of us. Who would write about it?
Right.
Who would paint it?
Right.
Who would tell stories of it? It would disappear. That's why during the Renaissance era, people like us, we were revered.
Hmm.
We were held in high standard
Hmm.
because the rulers of the earth at that time realized that without us, the history of the earth stopped.
Hmm.
And that's why you notice at that time, there was a whole other, we were treated like royalty. You see a lot of entertainers and celebrities, who think they royalty, but and they have fans, but not like during the Renaissance era.
Right.
You have to interrupt me because I can go on and on about art, and I know we have limited time.
I know. Well, I'm listening to Leonardo da Vinci's biblio or biography right now, and they talk about the Renaissance person. And you're right. At the core, one of the main things about art is evoking an emotional response.
Yes.
And how you do that. If it's through a painting or music, it all is kind of core to what art is. I would be curious to know how you came or how you're using Unreal Engine for art purposes. How did you get into it, and then how are you using that as a tool to help transform some of your art?
Okay, so Unreal Engine comes into play with everything that I just said previous. Uh, I was inspired by the Oasis and Ready Player One, the
Heck yeah.
VR world. Um, just the graphics personally, like wow, I've always been a graphic person. Uh, Free Guy and GTA. And
Mm,
I was like, wow, somehow those three elements can be combined in a platform and a realistic Oasis. That would be something that's cool. I didn't think about doing it for money or anything else. I just wanted to see if I could do it.
mm,
Because I researched, I'm like, okay, this movie, I want to know what type of software they're using. First, I thought it was Cinema 4D
mm, mm-hmm,
because of the realism.
mm-hmm,
And then I thought it was Unity.
mm.
And after researching and researching, it's all Unreal Engine. All three of them. Grand Theft Auto is done in Unreal Engine.
No way. I
Free
didn't know
Guy
that.
was done in Unreal Engine.
Wow.
Um, they give you all the assets. They you purchase the assets, you purchase the code, and then you modify them to your specific needs. The same way as a Wix
Mm,
or as a WordPress
mm.
site works, but it's just a different level of programming language. But
Got
it's
it.
still just basically the new website.
So it sounds like you looked at the challenge first, which was how do I create a hyper realistic world, and then through your research, you decided what the tool is going to be, which is Unreal Engine,
Yes,
because everyone else was using it.
yes, and I couldn't understand because I use Unreal Engine. It's a multifaceted program. But what I was mainly using it for was some green screen compositing
Hmm.
because I shoot music videos with avatars and elements of reality, and I do some AR stuff. So I started really using Unreal Engine for the green screen compositing
Mm.
effect.
Hmm.
Now, in doing that, I learned all of these other elements, how to tie in AI and all of these other things. And just as a 3D artist, well, it just came natural to me. Yeah, because I had already been using Blender
Hmm.
to create different assets to use with my virtual production, which
Mm.
is what I was using Unreal Engine for a lot of green screen work. You can see a lot of that stuff on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, yeah. And so it seems like your intro into Unreal was for virtual production.
Yes,
And I hear from a lot of people who are just getting started in Unreal, it can be sort of daunting because of how big the program is and how challenging it can be. So what could you share with people that are just starting out on their Unreal Engine journey about how to dive, or how did you dive into it? Was it
okay.
did you feel it was daunting for you, or is your method just you just dive in and go for it, or?
Humbly, I'll say this. Back maybe 15 years ago, there was a program called Macromedia Director.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with Macromedia Director, you can actually basically write a piece of software. And I used to use that piece of software to make hybrid CDs because CDs was the platform then. This is what I did. One of the things I did in the music industry. I would take an artist and if they had an EP, which is like 13 songs, I would take those 13 songs, put it on a disc like regular, but then I would create a hybrid Mac PC version of interactive content
Mm,
on that same CD.
mm,
So you put that CD in your CD player, put it in your computer, Mac or PC, and now you get some interactivity, some web information, some
cool.
exclusive content. So It was just like, again, all of these things, they're just upgrades. And if you're a developer and you've been developing, you'll notice that all of these things are just advanced models of what was before. And I in teaching Unreal Engine, because I hear that a lot, people are intimidated because it's so massive.
Yeah, it's no joke.
It's,
Like,
it, 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 it is the most. Now, I've been a software developer for 30 years,
yeah.
and I'm familiar, well versed in a wide range of programming languages, softwares, humbly. Unreal Engine, I basically dumped everything else that I use for Unreal Engine.
Hmm.
The one thing, the last thing that I thought they lacked was the realistic material of clothing. They
Hmm.
just
Yeah.
so you can literally do. This is why you're seeing an upset in Hollywood. This is why everybody's dark secrets. They don't need them anymore. They need people like us.
Right.
Why pay Angelina Jolie 10 million when you can create an avatar that never ages,
Yeah.
that won't complain? You just got to pay us one time to develop her and put her in AI and get Chat CGT to write the script and
Yeah.
bada boom, there you go.
Yeah. Salary would be a little less for that avatar. And on Free Guy, were some of those people in there? CG
And what? Yes,
and Free Guy.
yeah, yeah.
So,
But a
damn.
lot of the background characters,
Mm-hmm.
the opening scene when the guy's flying down, that's a
Mm-hmm.
metahuman.
Mm.
I have that asset. So from our ship hovering above the earth, we have a portal system that you can
Mm-hmm.
go to different places, just like Ready the Oasis.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the places you can go is the city. So when you go through a portal to the city, you're gonna come into the city like the opening scene of Free Guy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's gonna be, the interest that you have to buy because it's really, really cool. So certain things we're gonna have free, certain things you're gonna pay for, and we're built on the Solana blockchain.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
we're built on the Solana blockchain.
Yeah, so I'm super excited to kind of dive into your project, but I'm also curious. So you started in virtual production. How did you make the transition over to world building in Unreal? Was it just sort of your interest in Ready Player Me and Free Guy and wanting to recreate that, or how did you get into world building?
Um, I got into world it's crazy. I got into world building. What maybe was the Travis Scott concert.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
That made
The
me,
Fortnite one, or
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, the
yeah,
Fortnite.
yeah.
Because I have connections in the music industry. But it's a slimy industry,
Mm,
which is why I left it. But it's very lucrative if you come with the proper technology.
mm,
So right now, the music industry needs something so bad,
mm,
desperately to reignite what it used to be because it's a bunch of just crappy music out now. Just there's no real substance.
mm,
The concerts are horrible. It's just different now.
mm.
The Travis Scott as an artist made $50 million in one night at that concert. If he made 50 million, the powers that be made probably a billion. Over a
Yeah,
million people attended that concert.
yeah.
So those numbers, that functionality, because I have a couple connections about mentioning some names. I was like, if I could do this, I know I could sell this to them.
Mm,
There's no record label that they need to communicate with. They're paying me, so it's their project. Depending on their contract with the record label.
mm-hmm.
See, this is why when you hear the actors in Hollywood now protesting, they just figured out what it meant when the production houses said, we own your likeness in perpetuity.
Mm,
That means forever. That
yeah.
means we can use it however we want to use it with your consent or not. We can take your face and put it anywhere, your likeness, your voice, however we want, and you can't do anything about it.
Right.
That's what the protest about. So that's what got me now into the whole world map building
Mm-hmm.
and all of that. Because you just can't you have to have a place to to do the concert. I did all the, cross referenced all of that research. Okay, that's what led me to world building. And then from world building,
Mm-hmm.
all of the other elements of artist that I am
Mm-hmm.
just took over because there's so many different elements of Unreal Engine. So one day I'm doing this, I'm like, oh, I don't have to use Blender to make this building. Oh, I don't have to use Unity to create this shade and this lighting. Oh, I could do this Unreal. Oh, wow, I could use this sky map. Wow, I have X, Y, Z control of the sky map. And the lumens, Unreal Engine 5.3, it's like you're there.
Right.
I'm coding in my VR world most of the day. My developers now, and it's multi-user.
Mm-hmm.
So like you'll be able to meet your friend in the lobby and go for a ride in the country,
Right.
go ride horses, go to a concert, all the things that you did in Unreal Engine, we have, my team and I have reproduced
Wow.
to the best of our ability. And we'll
It's
let the people decide how close we got to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it would be very interesting to see. Maybe if you had some screen shares available, we could kind of walk
Sure,
through the project and kind of, get a better
sure,
visual on your vision, and kind of see
sure. Let
how
me
it's all
share
coming
my
to life.
screen. Oh, no, I share my screen.
I can see it come through.
Is it coming through?
Yes, sir.
You guys can see it?
Yes, sir. We can see it.
Can you hear it?
We the
Hear
au-
it?
the audio is not coming through. I believe there's an option to also share audio.
Uh, share, oh, share sound. Okay. All right. Wait. Make sure I'm sharing the right screen. There we go. Okay. You guys can see my screen. You see the avatar?
Yes, we can see the avatar.
Okay, this is our basic avatar system here. Yeah, you can change the sex. Uh, you can change the sex, head, skin color.
Mm-hmm.
You have minimal control right now. We have additional scripting in there, but this is just the basic right for right now. You can change the outfit. We have tons of other clothes like the artists that I mentioned. We have some of this clothes in there that you can purchase for your avatar.
Right.
And now this takes you to the lobby. There's my AI avatar.
Wow, look how good this environment looks.
Now, there's two ways you can go. There's the cinematic way that gives you the layout of the entire lobby system. And then it starts into the actual game. So let's start with the cinematics and look at how the rendering engine.
Oh, nice. Now, is this a pre-rendered or is this real time? The
This is
cinematic.
real time. This is real
Nice.
time.
Nice.
The asset we purchased, all of the animations we programmed.
Wow.
All of those monitors eventually are going to function like real computers. In VR, you can browse the web, everything.
Right.
These are the different areas of the lobby, just like the Oasis in Unreal Engine.
Hmm.
This is the central processing unit right here.
Oh, cool.
Again, the lobby is a ship. That's the portal system room.
Right.
Some more portals.
Man, that looks really good. And so for those who may not be familiar with the Oasis, can you maybe share a little bit about where that comes from and what it is?
Well, that comes from a movie called Ready Player One. I suggest your users go watch it if they're into tech.
Hmm.
Um, Basically, the movie is about a post-apocalyptic world where everybody now makes money and survive in VR.
Hmm.
And the VR world is just as realistic as the real world.
Right.
So based on that concept, this is what we've developed.
Oh, look
Down
at
to the slightest
that.
detail. Yeah. Down to the slightest detail. Now, again, this is first person or third person.
Hmm.
It's an entire ship. That's the concept to
Wow.
keep you in that fantasy realm.
And so this ship, was were you able to start
See,
with
I'm
an
sorry,
exist?
here are the doors that take
Okay.
you to different worlds, action, adventure. You can climb mountains with Batman. You can go horseback riding. You can go to Mars and drive on a Mars rover. So now here's the city. I mean, here's the avatar. That's the avatar we created.
Wow.
And so now you can just navigate. Right here, you come out into the main. This is the portal system. So the cinematics shows you what the actual world looks like. So, like this portal here is going to take you to our
Okay.
casino planet.
Cool.
This portal here is going to take you to the vacation planet.
Hmm.
I'll show you that. This one here will take you to the mall. You can make NFT purchases and real world purchases.
Cool.
This one here will take you to the Adrian Paul, the sword experience. But if you walk around the ship, like here's my AI character here. He's programmed with my information, my knowledge base, plus AI. Hello, Gary, are you online? Give him a second. Hello, Gary, are you there? Don't embarrass me. RJ,
Ha! Awesome.
I'm here with Quentin from Eagle 3D Streaming. We're having a Zoom meeting. Could you say hello to him, please, and introduce yourself?
Hello for John from Eagle 3D Streaming. Hello to I'm Gary Moore, the lead developer of the Id-based 3D Metaverse system. I'm here to help you explore the Id Metaverse and provide assistance with any questions or needs you may have. How can I assist you today?
Holy shit. That is awesome.
Gary, can you tell Quentin about this YDI lobby? What is this place that we're in?
Absolutely. On right now, this is the center of how we can access various features of the lobby. Is a right place to stay about the aging experience. So, what piques your interest? How can I guide you today?
Well, thank you for that, Gary. I appreciate that. That's very gentlemanly of you. I'm going to show Quentin some more of our YDI. You deserve it, Metaverse City. Okay, you have a great day until I see you next time. All right, thank you.
I'm glad I can provide some insight into the Id Metaverse. If you have any questions, any insight into the future, don't hesitate to reach out. Have a fantastic day. And bye.
So now you're going to have guides all throughout of our Metaverse City like this. All the NPCs are going to be encoded with this same AI, like the concept of Free Guy.
Yeah.
So if you go here now, I'm gonna take you real quick through the city. Now, when you get to the city, it plays just like Grand Theft Auto, except there's no violence. So here, and we're gonna add all of those dazzling sound effects and all of that. Again, this is the first version. All of the music was done. This is a rap group called Tony Crypto and the Blockchain Boys, and they rap about the metaverse. So here's the world. I'll turn that. I'll turn the music off. It has a radio station in it too, so you can select your music. So this is our metaverse world.
Yeah, you've done an you've done an outstanding job on this. This is
Oh,
yeah,
thank you, Quentin. I
yeah,
appreciate
this
that.
is top notch.
Now, this is going to be first person and third person. Imagine Free Guy, I mean, Free City. These right here, right now, they're just placeholders. They're going to be equipped with AI and do all types of dance moves. The people, you can see the nanites. Look at the hair. See the hair? Look at the details of the sign.
Yeah,
If I walk over to the poster board, look at the leaves on the tree. Look
right,
at the wind.
right.
Look at the bark. Look at the poster board. The details of Unreal Engine. Look at the ground. Those are all nanites. If I go and I stand and look at the people, all of these pedestrians are going to be AI. You'll be able to stop and have conversations with them.
Right.
There's an AI traffic system. If I walk out into the middle of traffic and stand here, I can block traffic. I can go and just get into a vehicle. Again, it's first and third person.
Right.
Again, it's a game, but
Nice. Oh,
you
you have
see,
the mechanic in there. Yeah, cool.
okay. Now watch. I'm going to show you how detailed it is. Watch, because again, we're going to use it nonprofits as a driving simulator. So it simulates real physics.
Oh, cool. Wow. Man, you've really pushed this.
You
Yeah.
see?
Yeah.
So now I'll take you to the NFT gallery. The artist I was telling you about, the William DeBilzen, here's his NFT. Now, one of his paintings sell for about low end 90,000. You can research him.
Hmm.
So this is an NFT gallery. Again, with the concept of Ready Player One. These are all videos that we produced for him that's playing on the ceiling. All the animations on the ceiling were done in Adobe Premiere and After Effects. These trees here, that's After Effects, green screen compositing. There's over 1,000 paintings here, not 1,000, I'm sorry. It's like a couple hundred.
Hmm.
This painting here is his most popular. This one sells for like 80,000.
Nice.
But these are all NFTs. This one here is another associate. He's been gracious enough. He's gonna let us put this in our work. You can research this guy. Just type in YouTube, Billionaire Burns Frida Kahlo painting. This is that painting.
Right.
This is that painting. If you go to YouTube and type in Billionaire Burns Frida Kahlo, you'll see he's my friend Marty. But they make it seem as if he's like a rich guy who frivolously did it, but that's not who he is. See the nanites? Look at the reflection of the ceiling on the floor. The reflection of the video screens, the details of Unreal Engine. You can't get this in no other platform. So this was my These are going to be more portal systems from here. So Unreal Engine, I became obsessed with trying to push it to the limits of what I know it could do, because that's why it exists. I mean, I thought, like, why couldn't I just reproduce the Oasis from Ready Player One if these are the assets and the programming that they used? And we go here. And you can notice there's a map in the top right corner with a little
Right.
pink dot. You can go there and get a mission.
Yeah.
That's just a mock. Again, you know, something to build on. Here you go into the mall.
Yeah. I mean, you've clearly pushed the limits of Unreal, and I tip my hat to you.
Well, thank you, Clinton.
And
So
Gary,
in here,
are you,
oh, you gotta go. We done?
well, we're running near towards our time.
Okay.
If we can come back to, if we can come back, or if you'll
Okay.
start
Let me-
sharing for a minute, we can start to wrap up. Because one of the questions that I do have for you is just understanding, you know, obviously this is going to be multimodal, and there's going to be lots of different ways for us to connect. How are you using Eagle 3D streaming for your project, or how does that come into play?
Well, we like you guys because you understand the concept of pixel streaming. You know, there's right now in this time, there's you guys and there's AWS, which AWS is not really set up for pixel streaming. They're set up for the more traditional Grand Theft Auto or Netflix, yada yada. Pixel stream is a new technology.
Right.
It's a new platform to deliver the medium of Unreal Engine. It's developed by Unreal Engine the same way QuickTime was developed by Apple. QuickTime, MPEG, real quick, I'm going to end on this. MPEG is an anagram for Motion Picture Export Group. It was created as a format to introduce a new medium, which was DVD in the form of video with lossless compression. Same thing, same difference.
Got it. So so you're using pixel streaming because, or how is it helping your project?
Because you guys is pixel streaming, what you guys just witnessed is exactly what all users will experience. Because that's how the technology works. Because we output it for a Windows platform or .exe, traditional, but you can also export it as pixel stream. Now that creates and compiles a whole different set of coding to stream what you guys just seen online with the same clarity, the same frame rate, everything identically to what you guys seen. So in doing that, it has to be a specific company. And you guys, pixel streaming is developed by Unreal Engine.
Right.
So it's going to seamlessly work. What you guys just witnessed, what we see, what we've dedicated our time and our life to, it's going to work exactly the way it's supposed to, seamlessly, because your platform is Unreal Engine pixel streaming, and we're using the same technology, and we formatted that project to pixel stream.
Cool.
That's where you guys come in.
Cool.
And I'm sure you and I are going to have a conversation after this, Quentin.
Anytime. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
You're going to have send me your information. I would like to have a conversation with you outside this because I see you're interested. This is not what you thought it would be.
No, yeah, I was surprised. It's obviously very high quality. So I think we definitely need to have a chat around that. Gary, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you taking time out of your day. I'm Quentin Anderson. This has been Real Time Talk with Eagle 3D Streaming. Gary, thank you so much for joining us today. If anyone would like to connect or follow up with you after the show, is there an appropriate way to?
You can contact us. Just go to Google and type in YDI Free Metaverse City. It will come up.
Cool. And we'll include that in the YouTube description so that people have reference.
And YDI stands for You Deserve It.
You Deserve It.
The new decentralized metaverse platform Quentin, I'll be happy to talk with you guys anytime.
Sounds good. Gary,
All right.
thank you again
Thanks.
for joining, and thank you everyone for watching. We'll catch you on the next show.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks everyone.